just a word. It's not just a set of words, but the concept as such. Each person has this personal essence that shares the main characteristics, the main traits of a certain concept. Let me give you an example if I can do that now, because I think it's going to be easier to explain. My own personal essence is light. I am like a light beam. So if the concept is light, what are the main characteristics of that concept? Well, light is fast. I've always been very fast. I do everything very extremely quickly. You can ask my parents, I was fast even as a baby. I would eat fast. I would even sleep fast if that's possible. I would wake up very early because that was enough. I walked fast. I did everything fast. Light is basically energy. Well, I am like a dynamo. I am a non-exhaustible source of energy. Anyone knowing me can tell you that I am always energetic, that it's like I am always charged or hypercharged. I am very much pure energy. Light illuminates. Well, what have I been doing my whole life but illuminating others? I used to be a teacher, then a simultaneous interpreter and translator, now a humanologist. It can't get more illuminating than that, can it? And fast. Let's go back one step. Fast. Simultaneous interpretation. You know those people who speak at the same time somebody else is speaking, but in another language? That used to be my job, and I loved it. And it can be much faster than that job. Well, other things. I don't like dark, blurry human beings. And people can never trap me because light can never be trapped. Light spreads, and a light beam is always very, very targeted, very direct. That's me. Discovering what your personal essence is gives you the key elements of your being. Understanding them helps you understand who you are. The moment I understood that I am light, everything made sense in my life. I understood why certain people feel blinded by me. Others feel burnt. Why some people feel attracted to me. And there's nothing I can do about those reactions. It's something inside of those people. They react like that. So personal essence is what you are. Well, that's the first element. Second element, beliefs. Once a baby is born, the baby has no opinions, no convictions, no beliefs, nothing. But as the baby starts experiencing the world, he or she starts interpreting it. And then based on the life experiences the baby is having in life, the interpretations will be confirmed or not. Interpretations of a certain reality that are confirmed enough times will become beliefs. All human beings have beliefs of all kinds. We have family beliefs, we have cultural beliefs, we have religious beliefs, we have all kinds of beliefs. And those beliefs are necessary because they help us decide, they help us choose in life. We choose based on what we already know and how we interpreted reality to be before. We use those experiences and those interpretations to continue moving in life. Whenever a belief is questioned, we feel uncertain and insecure. Beliefs and personal essence, both together, constitute the foundations of the human being upon which personality is built. Beliefs can be questioned and changed. They're not immutable like personal essence is. Based on those beliefs and experiences, the human being then develops a certain worldview. The worldview, I always compare the worldview to a pair of glasses. The lenses on those glasses are made up of all the beliefs, all the opinions, all the convictions a human being has. And it is through those lenses that the human being sees the world. Therefore, beliefs and the worldview are intimately related. If we see something new in our worldview, that might have an impact on our beliefs, make us question them perhaps. And whatever we believe becomes part of our lenses, of our worldview. This is a never-ending, nurturing cycle between both. The fourth and last element in the human being, according to Humanology, is the personal sphere. The personal sphere is like, I always illustrate it as a bubble surrounding the human being. Inside that bubble, we have the other three elements, the worldview, beliefs, and personal essence. But our personal spheres treasure many more things than just those. Personal essence is the place where the human being keeps and treasures all his or her intangible assets. Everything that belongs to the human being, to that human being, everything that that human being can never give anybody else, everything that no one can take away from that human being. So ask yourself, what is it that you have that nobody can take from you? Yeah? Beliefs? Yeah? Thoughts? Yeah, it's true. You can think about something and you can tell somebody your thoughts. That doesn't mean you stop having them. They're still yours. And that doesn't mean that person's going to take your thoughts and make them his. They might just reject your thoughts and not consider them. Everything we have in our personal sphere is there because we put it there at some time in our lives. Everything in our personal sphere is the constitutive elements of whom we are. We have thoughts, feelings, dreams, wishes, memories, beliefs, everything that makes us whom we are. I have my own personal sphere. So do you. Each human being has a personal sphere. And personal spheres are unbreachable and unbreakable. Nobody can put anything inside your personal sphere. No one, just you. No one can make you think anything. No one can make you feel anything. No one can make you remember anything if it's not there. Whatever it is that you feel, it's because based on your previous experiences, you decide to interpret whatever it is that is happening to you in a certain way. And that's how you feel. Personal spheres belong to human beings. I have my own, you have yours. But there's a third type of personal sphere that we consider whenever we talk about this in Humanology. It's what we call the sphere of the world, or the sphere of the universe, or if you're religious, you can even call it God's sphere. The sphere of the world, as I prefer to call it, has to do with everything that is in the world, that exists, that is around us, that has an impact upon us, that somehow affects us, but over which we have no control. An example? The weather. I live in Switzerland, and today is one of the coldest days in the whole year. It was like minus 13 Celsius degrees or something, really, really, really cold. Well, I have no control over the weather, do I? I can't make the weather suddenly become warmer. I do have control on how I interpret the situation of the weather to myself. I can decide to let the situation of the weather, the sphere of the world affect me in a negative way or in a positive way. I might decide, well, it's really cold outside. Yippee, what a great excuse to stay at home and have some hot chocolate. Or I might tell myself, oh, it's so cold outside. I hate this weather. This is horrible. I can't go out. But see, the weather is still the same. It hasn't changed. My interpretation of the weather is what changes. Because my interpretation happens within my personal sphere, the only place I can really control. So these are the four basic elements of the human being in Humanology. And believe me, once you know what your four elements contain and their characteristics, you know yourself. And you can take control of yourself. You can take control of those 4 elements: personal essence, beliefs, worldview, and the personal sphere, and guide yourself in your life. You can take control of your personal sphere and its contents in the professional world, in your personal life, in your relationships with others. It is for you to control and to manage. And that is what Humanology does. That's what Humanology is here for. We help you understand those 4 elements in your specific particular case. And we give you the tools to handle them. We give you the tools to identify, question, and change beliefs. For example, you can change your beliefs if you use the Humanology tools we can offer you. I mentioned optimism coaching. Optimism coaching is a complete model that helps human beings recover their lost motivation, their lost energy. It is completely inside the personal sphere because your optimism and your motivation and your level of energy is within your personal sphere. We give you the tools. We teach you how to use them, but then you have to use them with your own personal spheres. This is the basic paradigm, the basic elements of Humanology and what we're going to be talking about in the coming editions of Conversations with Jessica. As you can see, there's a lot to discuss. There's a lot to talk about. Each of our shows will have a first part devoted to something having to do with Humanology. It can be one of the elements of Humanology, or maybe one aspect of human beings, or perhaps a set of tools. We'll really delve deeper into that one topic. And then every show will include 2 more sections that I will briefly present and mention right now. The first section is what we call a guided meditation. It's not just me talking and you meditating, no. When we speak about guided meditations, we want the human being to meditate in the sense of thinking, in the sense of going deeper into himself. That section, therefore, can include real guided meditations, or insightful readings, or it could also include inspiring texts or tools. I will be offering you specific things to do, either during the program, during the show, or later, so you can put things into practice, so you can really experience life-changing moments, and you can really, really have insights and introspect, so you can grow. That section is here to help you grow, to give you tools and practice while we are live on the show. And the second section that we're going to be having in each of the shows is solutions for you. This is for you, for my listeners, for the followers of Conversations with Jessica. I'm going to be answering questions. I'm going to be giving you real answers and real tools to your questions. So take notes right now of my email address, info@jessicajlockhart.com. You can also contact me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, is the same thing, Facebook and then Jessica J. Lockhart. Send me your questions so I can answer them here, live for you. I will give you real answers. I will give you real tips. I will give you real tools that you can put into practice. And if you have any comments, if you have any criticisms, if there's anything that is not clear, please let me know so I can clarify it in this section that is just for you. I want this section to be here every 2 weeks to answer your questions. You can email them to me. You can send them to me via Messenger. You can even send them to me through WhatsApp. You can contact me and you can just ask me. I will sometimes have guests. I will invite people who've been using Humanology or people who are specializing in certain aspects of Humanology, because Humanology is the basis. Humanology, as I said before, is at the basis of everything we do that has to do with human beings.